The Greens have been in charge for too long. They promised us Wisterians peace, and yet they project war. So here's the plan. We go and attack their palace at midnight, surprise them with arrows blazing, the Greens shall fall and centaurs will reign.
Alexei, don't you think you're being hypocritical? If we attack, we're no better than humans.
We are nothing like humans. If I was you, Nasir, I'd be careful. If you're not with me, you're against me.
Empress, I must warn you, Alexei and the other centaurs are planning an attack tonight. Get your family to safety.
Estia, my love, come sit with me, please. Oh, what is it, Mother? There's something I must discuss with you. I need you to take your family and go somewhere else tonight, far away. You're scaring me, Mother. What's wrong? There's no time to explain. You must go. What about you? Now! Remember, I'll always love you.
And so Rhea looked out over her kingdom, awaiting the centaurs to come at night. Rhea felt responsible for causing the death of the sirens. She made the decision to let the centaurs end her reign.
Rhea Green, we've had enough of your family ruining our land. Come out and fight! Fun. I'm actually glad you are ignoring me. Centaurs, attack!
Please, I need your help. I think my mother's in trouble. Please, hurry! Oh, boys. If you want to get to the Empress, why don't you pick on a creature your own size first?
No, it's Medusa! Get her!
What a do, boos! Welcome back to my channel for another episode of Let's Play The Sims 4 History Legacy. So, yeah, it has been like a week or so, maybe longer, since the last time I recorded in general. So please excuse me if this ends up being like Akko Taco or just not working out as well as I planned. Anyways, so we are starting the newest... Oh my gosh, my cats just don't understand that when mommy records, mommy needs silence. Anyways, there is a reason that I have been gone for a week, and that is because I have been working on this for literally all day, every day, it feels like. Well, not all day. I've like spent most of my nights up for like 8 hours doing stuff on this save game. So we are finally ready to present to you the newest... Are you serious? My cat wasn't going crazy until I hit the damn record button, I swear. So I think I am now finally ready to present to you the newest map of this Let's Play. So if I go ahead and snap my fingers, now you should be seeing what I'm looking at. So we are looking at the newest map of Windenburg, and it is actually called Windenburg today. So if we actually go into the world description, it says, as civilization progressed, so did the town's name. Estia and Perseus have changed the once corrupted land of Wisteria to the new name of Windenburg in hopes that a fresh start will be just what the doctor ordered for a more peaceful town. So that is the newest world description. We are finally kind of up to date with the Windenburg name, and that is because I feel like Windenburg has been the name since the medieval times, because they have ruins of castles and stuff. So it's, you know, castles have probably been around in that world for a while. So that's why I decided to do it in this era instead of the next one. So if you couldn't already tell, we did change, like, I changed the artwork of the map because, well, in early civilization it didn't really make sense because of the whole right hand side of the photo, and it just looked so, you know, crazy with Middle Ages like style houses and everything over on the right side. So I figured we would leave that off until this era, and it looks so much cooler. Honestly, it looks so cool compared to the original. So let's kind of get into it and read the descriptions. So these are now the royals of Windenburg, which is still our family. So we've got Rhea, we've got Estia, Perseus, our newest maid Ella, and Juliet, the princess. So if we go into their little thingamabobber, their little like info panel, it says Estia and Perseus are now the king and queen of the newly named realm of Windenburg. Rhea almost died that fateful night from the centaurs, but her daughter saved her life by finding Medusa to turn them to stone. In turn, she gave the kingdom to Estia and grew old in peace. Juliet is now a beautiful teenager, but she's rebellious and does not accept her status as a princess. She hates having to have such high responsibilities and just wants to be a normal kid. So she sneaks out into town in disguise, which we'll go ahead and do in a future Let's Play later. So yeah, so that is what they're doing. We'll go into that household in a little bit too, just to kind of check it out and explore. That is like one of the main builds that I did that actually I'm really proud of, and it is on the same land as our old palace as well. So if we go down, this is the castle of the High Priest. Now the High Priest's info panel says the High Priest was like a celebrity back in medieval times. He marries all of the royals and higher-ups of society and is always around to talk for guidance. So that is the High Priest. I don't know, I found his CC and I just figured why not make him. I have no one else to put in that like priest getup, so I figured why not. And then we've got the Forgotten Princess, which is Bam Bam's daughter, Nepheli. Nepheli was left to fend for herself after her parents died of old age. But before Bam Bam left this world, he hired Jane to care for his young daughter. Nepheli rarely gets to see her busy royal family, and even more rarely gets acknowledged as part of the Green family, because she was the only daughter, you know, like the only granddaughter of Eve that never really amounted to like actually becoming a royal or anything like that. We've also got the Duke of Montgomery, which were Soren's children, and they actually ended up marrying off to become kind of somewhat royalty. What this is Soren's children, Kala and Anna, have recently moved into the Duke of Windenburg's castle. Anna married him, and Kala was allowed to live there as a perk. Kala is free to pursue her career in the arts, while Anna has the high stakes of producing a male heir. The Duke is cold to Anna, and she just wants to make him happy. The Duke also has 2 teen children of his own, which we'll meet later on in the Let's Play. I don't want to give too much away. This is what they look like, but we're not going to talk too much about who they are and what they're doing until a later time. So then if we go over here, okay, so this is Hera. Hera and Zenus never actually moved. They just kind of got an update on their house. Hera and Zenus have 3 children and a marriage that is suffering. Will Zenus ever stop cheating on her? That's literally all it is with their dynamic. I feel so bad for her. I mean, she was just kind of doomed to a life of just a horrible marriage, just so horrible, because Hera in Greek mythology had a horrible marriage to Zeus, and you know, that's a whole other can of beans that we're not getting into. So if we go over here, Demeter never moved either. So after the death of her adoptive mother Addison, Demeter received the property in her will and married Iasion, who was born from 2 Wisterian townies. They live a happily simple life in rural Windenburg. So they're not by any means rich or anything, and I don't know what is up with that because she is the queen's sister, but I feel like she totally kind of abandoned the whole royal idea and all of that when she kind of, you know, ended up not taking on her role as princess when Windenburg was Wisteria. So she just ended up, you know, taking on the role of taking care of the household after Addison passed away. So that is Demeter. And then we have Lord and Lady Shallot. Now, I actually created them because when you actually get Windenburg, before, you know, I deleted all of the households and everything, in this area was actually Lord and Lady Shallot. They were like ghosts, and that's why Von Haunt Estate is actually haunted. They're haunted with the ghost of Lord and Lady Shallot, and those are probably, I assume, like the 3rd or 4th editions of Lady and Lord Shallots, because these are the originals. Lord and Lady Shallot came from a long line of successful people and are determined to keep their good name going until the end of time. But their son Dakota does not want to marry and have children just for the success. He wants a wife to love, regardless of her class, which, you know, I feel like was a common theme in a lot of medieval and like monarchy kind of stories, so I figured why not add one into my own Sims Let's Play. Then we actually went ahead and moved. So we migrated and expanded our town into the more concrete area of Windenburg. We're actually going to keep the lower right-hand part a little blank for now because I went in there to build and it's so modern that I can't. We would just completely ruin the illusion of Middle Ages for me, so I just don't want to do that. So right away we have the Medieval Tavern, which is just a bar. It's got a lot of CC on it too, so it's just a bar that we can go ahead and visit while we're in town. We have Lush Ancient Ruins, which are just ruins from the early civilizational period that we were just in. How I figure that a lot of the ruins came to be is after the Centaur Wars, everything was just kind of completely destroyed. And then we've got the Market Square, which has, I believe, so it's got a florist section where there are tons of flowers. There is a bakery, there is a toy shop, and a sculpture shop. So that is in the Market Square, where you can get bread and bagels and all types of stuff there. We've got the Windenburg Cathedral, where you will see the high priest hanging out around a lot. We have the bakers, which actually have their own info panel. Arlie and Lara Baker provide food for the entire kingdom through the Market Square, as I was just talking about. They're as successful as 2 peasants can get in life, but they still want one more thing, a child, which, you know, they're kind of seeking out someone to help them with a little bit of magic, maybe a witch or something. So we'll kind of see what happens with the bakers. You know, they've got kind of a storyline going on as well. And then we have over here the free spirits. Well, I'll put the word on the screen of what they kind of are, but a lot of people don't like that word being used, so we're not going to call them that, and instead we're just going to call them the free spirits out of respect. So the free spirit family has been on this land undetected since even before the Greens came here from the island. They've always been a discreet bunch, moving all the time and opening shops to support their group. They keep to themselves often though. So this is the free spirits, and you'll see a lot of Esmeralda actually. Yes, her name is Esmeralda after Notre Dame. So you'll see a lot of her actually in this part of town, which is Esmeralda's Caravan, which is just, it's actually kind of interesting. It's like a witch shop. A lot of supplies that you can get for like magical spells and stuff you can shop for at Esmeralda's Caravan. And then over here we have the Renaissance Tower, which is just an arts center, so it's got easels and musical instruments and all that kind of jazz. So if you're a very artistic sim, which, you know, the medieval times really opened a lot of doors for artistic people and Sims, so I figured why not put an arts center smack dab in the middle of town. So that is our whole world. So I didn't actually change anything much about the island. I left a lot of it the same because I just figure not a lot of traffic goes through the island, and honestly I was working really hard on giving people makeovers and all of that stuff, so hopefully no one will be walking around in modern clothes, because I will get so mad, you guys. I will get so freaking mad if people walk around in modern clothes. Swear to God. Anyways, let's hop in to the Green Royals castle so that we can kind of get an idea of what gameplay will be like in our little castle. Alright, y'all, welcome to the castle of Windenburg. So this is the main monarchy castle, which we'll be spending a lot of our gameplay time on. Or in, I don't know. But this build took me like a couple days to actually complete, which honestly, I don't even know if I am very complete with it. I don't know. It took me a while, and I really just, I don't know. Anyways, you guys, so this is what it looks like. If I actually play it for a second, you'll be able to see something really interesting in the water, which is actually our little alligators. We have some animated alligators swimming through our moat. They get a lot more populated as you go through here, so no one really wants to go swimming in the backyard, honey. Nobody at all. But we do have a little dock that kind of sticks out from the kitchen where they can actually go fishing outside into the moat, because there are some fishy popping around in there, if you look really closely, I guess. So don't fall into the water, whatever you do, or you will be alligator food for sure. So if we hop in, if we go through the front entrance, which, oh my gosh, my game just doesn't want me to do. Let me go into tab, actually, because then I can actually go through it. And I'll just go down and through. Yep. Oh, no! I don't even know what I was doing. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so if we go through these doors, which are taking literally forever, look at how cool this door is too. It looks perfect for the medieval age, which I was really struggling finding doors and stuff that would fit this time. So if you go through, you see right away, you're just kind of met with this barren room, but the rooms are not why we are here, okay? The rooms are not why we stand this castle. The reason that we stand this castle is actually for the courtyard. The courtyard is the coolest part, in my opinion, of this entire castle. Look inside at how freaking regal this whole castle is. This is so cool to me. My absolutely favorite part is the center of the castle, where you see little rows inside of the bird bath. And then I actually have animated pigeons walking and flying around eating breadcrumbs all along the castle floor. I don't know, I just thought that that was really cute, and you can see them kind of flying up and down, and they actually go through some of the rooms, like Juliet's bedroom and stuff. Ooh, let me freaking introduce you guys to Juliet. This is Juliet, you guys. She is so pretty. I love her so freaking much. Like, honestly, these jeans are so good. Like, I love her. I'm so excited to see her in this Let's Play. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments if you guys are so excited to see her storyline and how all of that plays out. Who is she talking to? Oh, she's talking to Estia, actually, I think. Yep, that's Estia, looking foul as hell. But yeah, so Estia is the queen now. That's actually not her everyday outfit. If I change her into her everyday outfit, she actually looks like more of a queen than in this outfit. This is actually her everyday outfit, which is like a whole regal queen-like gown, which is beautiful on her, and it just, I think it flatters the crap out of her. That was nice. And then this is what Perseus looks like. He has changed a lot since his early civilization days. No longer are the days of his Medusa armor. Now he is actually a king, so he has to dress the part. So anyways, that is our characters. Oh, and then Rhea, you probably want to see Rhea too. So Rhea looks like this now. She is actually an elder. She was actually found on the floor of her palace after the centaurs came and started tearing things down. She was actually close to death when Estia came back with Medusa, and Estia saved her mother's life, even though, you know, she really didn't honestly want to be saved. She kind of wanted to go down with the ship, so to speak, but Estia didn't do that, didn't want to contribute to the death of her mother if she could help it. So Rhea is doing fine. She is an elder now, and she is living her best life, honey. The last character to introduce you to is Ella Stump, she is basically the chambermaid. She just helps out around the castle and, you know, cooks meals and helps with all of the cleaning and stuff like that. So she's just a maid, and you'll be seeing a lot of her walking around. So that is pretty much that. Now let me show you the rest of the castle. So this is the main entrance, and then you go through a barren hallway which leads you to Ella's room. She's got like a room inside of one of the towers, and you can actually light these up. These are CC, and you can light them up to have a little flame for when it gets cold. Right now it is the last day of summer, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to maybe cheat and bring summer back all the way, because I don't know, I don't want all these roses to get all crappy right away in our Let's Play, and I kind of want it to be summer for a little bit. So let me know if you think that we should transfer over back to the beginning of summer, because I can totally do that. So this is Ella's bedroom, and then if you go down this corridor, which actually has entrances from the outside from the courtyard. If you go up the stairs, you go into Juliet's room, and if you go straight across, you go into Rhea's room, which is just so large and so crazy. She actually has a whole like staircase leading up to her own like private library, which isn't even functional. I don't even think I have one functional set of bookcases, which is a problem. I should probably replace these with working bookcases, but I'll do that off camera. So underneath the stairs though is a nook where she can kind of sit and read her books, which I thought was kind of cool. And yeah, the staircase kind of helps her reach the higher up bookcases. That's kind of why I put that there. So yeah, we've got another little unfunctional bookcase right here, but this fireplace is functional, and it's just there for the winter time, for when it gets cold and they can, you know, kind of bundle up in their rooms, because we don't have, you know, air conditioning or central heating or anything like that. This is her bed, and she's got a little vanity, and yeah, that's it. And then she's also got a toilet in here. It's functional as well, and that is because in the medieval times they actually had toilets in their bedrooms and little wash sinks to wash their hands afterwards as well. So I decided to put toilets in everybody's bedrooms, but that isn't to say that there isn't also a public bathroom over here. Honestly, I couldn't put a floor down, so it's just basically like a public restroom that has a grassy floor until you get into this room, and then you got a stone floor, which probably isn't the cleanest, but that's kind of how they lived back in the day, you know? If we rewind and go back up here, up to the second floor, I kind of want to show you Juliet's room really fast. This is actually the office right here, where they have the spinning wheel. Yes, I brought this spinning wheel back, which works as a computer, but you know, I don't know. It's nice to have some kind of entertainment, I guess. I brought all the paintings back from the palace, which are mostly in the office, and then there is the big grand painting of Rhea in Rhea's room, and then we've got the wedding photo, or the wedding painting of Rhea and Perseus above their bed in the bedroom, and then we've got, you know, pebbles right here, and then we've got a little easel right there. So then if you go straight across and up the stairs from this corridor that we already went through, you end up reaching Juliet's room. So this is her room, which is honestly my favorite bedroom in the entire castle. She is a princess, okay, so she gets royal treatment. So yeah, this is her room. She reads lots of books, or so I like to imagine. I would think that Juliet would read lots and lots of books. So we've got, you know, we've got tons and tons of books just stacked upon each other. We've got a little fairy house that she probably used as a child as a doll house. And then we've got her own little personal bathroom right in this corner. And we have a dragon mirror, which I think is pretty cool, and her own little fireplace and books stacked on top of each other as the centerpiece, and her own little vanity with all of the essentials. So that is her room, and then if you go straight through, there's a balcony that takes you from her room to the bath room, like literally the bath room where you take your baths. This is the only bathtub in the entire palace. So they all share this bathtub, which I feel like would be a little more realistic because honestly, baths were not common back in the day. Like honestly, back before even the 1900s, like in the 1800s, baths weren't as common. So that is why we only have one in this household. And then we've got a little toddler bath as well, which I think is just a really cute bit of CC where you can actually bathe your toddler in this. Obviously, we have no toddlers, so we don't have the option to do it. Once somebody has a baby, hopefully someone will be having babies soon, we'll be able to use this. And then if you keep going, like literally all of these rooms are linked. If you haven't noticed, they're all linked so you can get everywhere in a jiffy. But this is the king and queen's bedroom. So they have the coolest one. Honestly, Juliet's is still my favorite, but they do have a very, very cool bedroom. So this is their bed, which is circular. It's round. And then their wedding photo, I just kind of sized it up and put it above their bed. It's actually not centered, which is going to bug me, so I'm probably going to have to do that. They've got a little corner where all of their jewels and gold is stored, which, you know, God help them if they get robbed. They have their fireplace area where they have 2 chairs, especially for the king and queen. And then they actually have I still have the tiger or cheetah or leopard. What is this called? It's not a tiger. It's a leopard, I think, or something. I don't know. But they have a little nook reading area in the corner as well with a really, really nice couch. Literally screams royalty. And then over here, they have 2 more couches just along the side of the room and their own little bathroom section as well, because obviously the king and queen have to go to the bathroom too. And then they actually have 2 doors on either side of their bed because they have 2 different entrances on these sides. So they can get to their room in 3 different ways. Now, actually, a really cool addition that I did put in too is like a second little courtyard with the wishing well and a little bird bath as well. And it's just in the center of all of the walls of the kingdom, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, so if they go into this room, we have a little chess table so they can kind of get down, and it's actually available to everybody. The reason that I have doors right here instead of these little arches that I have everywhere is so I can lock them so only the king and queen can enter, and then that makes it so that everyone else can kind of access this chess table without going into their room. And then what the heck? There's supposed to be a door right here, so I guess I'll have to go ahead and add one of those. I don't know why I didn't. It must have deleted because I totally thought I had a doorway right there, but I'm supposed to have one of these archways over there. If you go through the second story, I really didn't work on as much. This is technically the bar room. A lot of rooms were empty in castles, as far as I know, like really empty. So we have a little bar where they can make drinks if they so choose to. And then also in this tower, right by the doorway, it's honestly really close to the watchtower room, which is right there. So I figured we would have the armory right next to it. So we have the armory room in the tower. It goes up like a few floors without a ceiling too. It's just I don't have them all up yet. So, but yeah, so this is our little armory. There's not a lot to it. The only functional piece is this guy right here, which you can use as a punching bag. And then this is above the doorway into the palace that it just has a balcony so that you can look outside and see if anyone is coming through. You, my sir, you're not one of my Sims. I swear to God, nobody has pink hair yet. Come on, dude. You had to come through with the modern clothes, but that wasn't good enough, was it? Then you had to add the pink hair and beard on top of it. I mean, really? Really? Let me show you the bottom floor and like where that leads to, because we went on the right. We went to the right and around. Now let's go to the left and around on the first floor. Okay, so we're back to where Perseus is, and he's actually in the library, which again isn't functional, which means that I really want to start, you know, adding actual functional bookcases. I just thought that this looked really cool. These were CC, like medieval bookcases that I just figured looked really awesome, but they are unfortunately not functional. It has a lot of work that needs to be done. Honestly, we need to hire somebody to organize our books because look at this! It's absolute madness! Like, they're just scattered everywhere. This is the palace's little tiny teeny tiny informal dining room, and I call it informal because of its just tiniousness. Tiniousness? That is not a word, Alyssa. Anyways, this is their little teeny tiny dining room where Ella is more than welcome to sit down and eat her meals because it is right next to the kitchen. So we've got a little, these guys watching us as we go into the kitchen, which is also a really, really cool room in the house. So you got a big window that overlooks the whole courtyard, which I did on purpose. I thought that would be kind of cool. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. So we've got a lot of herbs. We've got a cookbook right here that lets us know how to use those herbs. And we've got meat and stuff going on. We've got all these herbs over here, which Ella uses to season their foods, obviously. We've got this big old fireplace to keep the kitchen warm and hold up the cauldron. And then we've got this, which is actually a functional oven, which I thought was pretty cool. So we can use this to make our meals and everything. And then we also have the dock outside of the kitchen so that Ella can kind of go fishing and, make our meals straight from the water, straight from the moat. What's up, alligator? How you doing? So yeah, that's the kitchen. Pretty straightforward. If we go through here, eventually we will be led to the ballroom / throne room, which are all in one room, and also the formal dining area as well. I just made it that way so that we could put, a few rooms in one because it just honestly I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in these castles, and I didn't have a whole lot of room to work with. So this is our throne room / ballroom, which is just so crazy and beautiful and amazing. And yeah, Perseus and Estia obviously sit here. Rhea sits here, and then Juliet sits here. We've got an organ and a piano and a big space for all of our citizens to kind of dance, and a big ass fireplace too. Big ass fireplace. And then a lot of wine. Like a lot of wine and brandy. That is the ballroom. Who's entering right now? Oh, Ella is. Hey Ella, what's up? That's pretty much it. Actually, there's only one more thing to show you, which is how to actually get into that extra courtyard. That tiny little courtyard with the wishing well. So basically you just go through this hallway into that hallway and spits you out right into the courtyard right here. So that is how you get to the wishing well, and that is our kingdom. I cannot wait to start getting into the gameplay. So yeah, I really hope that you guys all like this. I worked really, really hard on it. Also, we have our own horse now. He's not functional or anything, obviously, but I thought that that'd be kind of cute because we always have like our crazy different statue animals ever since the prehistoric age. So I figured we would add a horsey this time because that would kind of fit in with the medieval age. I think before we end this video, I do want to invite Kala over and maybe start painting a portrait, because painting portraits was a very big thing, very, very big deal back in the medieval era. They all, like all the royal families, had their portraits painted. Okay, so I don't know if Rhea actually personally knows her, but let me set up a scene so that we can kind of get people all ready to go for a painting. I want to paint Juliet and then obviously the king and queen. All right, so I got Kala here. So this is what Kala looks like. She's all medievalified. So that is her nice, beautiful dress. She is very high up. She's kind of like a higher up than a duchess. Like Anna is more the duchess, and she's just the older sister of the duchess. Like she's just the painter of the entire Green family. I want to get Juliet into kind of a beautiful pose. I don't know, maybe that one or that one. We'll try and see how those look. Oh my god, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Okay, we're doing that. Oh crap, I need to add Kala to the family really fast so that I can actually get her to do it. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint from reference, and we'll just do a large painting from reference so that we can get a nice little portrait of Juliet. Oh wow, oh my goodness. And then we've got the pigeons in the background too. Oh, I wonder how big we should do this. Like how much we should honestly include. Like should we include the whole archway or get a close-up of her beauty? Oh my god. Oh my god, she is so pretty. Okay, we're gonna go low-ish. I want to get her whole body in it for one. Maybe we'll do a whole body one and then another one of like an up close of her. I think she is so pretty, you guys. What do you think about Juliet, you guys? Do you think she's pretty or what? I think she's gorgeous. I think she's absolutely freaking beautiful. I could not have come up with her by myself. That's what I love about Sims that have, you know, natural genetics that go through the generations, because I don't know, they look so unique to me. Like, they look like Sims that I couldn't put together myself. Like, I don't get that kind of luck with my Sims when I create them. So I don't know. I just think when you have good genetics and your Sims mix the genetics that you give them, and then like they just create this beautiful hybrid of a Sim. So I don't know. I'm just kind of going on a tangent, just watching Kala paint the portrait. I'm really, really, really excited to post this video and see what you guys think, because I've been working so hard on this entire town and this save game. Yeah, I've been kind of saving this painting for when we actually, you know, are on camera. It's actually working out really nice. I really love this portrait. Like, it's so pretty. Wow. And you see all the roses in the background growing on the kingdom. Wow, that was really fast. She's still actually in that pose, so we can get away with maybe one more of the same pose, just closer up. I don't know where I want to put this. Maybe up in her own room. Let me see. I don't even have any room because there are already portraits of other people in it. But let's frame the canvas. I think we can start, yeah, we can start framing now, which is nice. That is what the portrait looks like. Let me get a nice zoomed in look. Look, it's so pretty. See, the thing that I'm really excited about is when we reach modern times and we have all of these portraits from all of the different generations, and they all, like, I don't know, it'll just have so many memories attached to them as well. So, okay, let's do one more. In fact, let's change her outfit too while she's in this pose. This is her everyday wear right here. Actually, I don't know how that looks with this pose because it's like, these are like floppy sleeves and they don't look right when her hand is up. So we're gonna change it, but yeah, this is her everyday wear, just so you guys know. That first outfit was her hot wear because it is extremely hot outside. Let me see, what does her formal wear look like? Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at her. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh yes, let's do that. Okay, and this one will be a little more up close. And yeah, we'll get some of the vines in it too. This is as close as I can get it, but that's fine. That's beautiful. That's the picture. Okay, so hopefully that'll turn out nice. And after she's done with this portrait, we can actually have Juliet get out of this. Once she's done with Juliet's portrait, we can go ahead and start on the king and queens. Oh my gosh, it's already starting to look so good. Look at oh my god, this outfit is so weird. Look at her walking. Her feet actually leave her dress. Look at this glitch when she sits down with this dress. I have always loved the look of this time period. Like, it's just so beautiful and immaculate and gorgeous and golden and just beautiful. Only thing is, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Like, honestly, this time was very dirty, was very disease-ridden, and was honestly not a lot of fun for people who didn't have money. So we're gonna be exploring both of the two different aspects of it. We're gonna be exploring actually more than two. We're gonna be exploring obviously the royal aspect of it because our main family is the royals, and then we're gonna be looking at what life is like for the Duke and Duchess, which is Kala's sister and her husband. And then we're also going to be looking at, you know, how poor people would be living, which would be like the baker and his wife. Look at this freaking portrait. It's so beautiful. Can we put it in here? Maybe we could put their portraits above their thrones and just kind of move all the stuff that's already there. We'll just put that there for now. And then, I don't know, I'll just move it when I find the time. But look, it's so pretty. I love it. Like, that is so cool. And I love her dress. Oh my god. Okay. Now, let me try and get the king and queen to pose somewhere. Okay, so I finally got them into a pose that I think is really beautiful. So this is their pose that I went with, and it's in a gorgeous backdrop of the roses, the rose-covered little, I don't know, section right there. So we've got, oh my god. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Okay, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my absolute marbles. So this is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with that. Honestly, I am so I am so happy with this. I'm so happy with the way our portraits are going today. But yeah, so that is pretty much all we're doing today. We'll get more into the storyline tomorrow, or the next time I actually record the History Legacy. Today I really just wanted to show you guys what I came up with, and the town and the family updates and all of that beautiful jazz. So yeah, the Centaurs pretty much kicked us off into the next era, which, you know, it might be a blessing in disguise for them. They got kind of overrun by the Centaurs in Wisteria, and they ended up making their own little haven in this land. So hopefully everything should be fine. Their people seem to really love them right now, and we'll see what happens. But as for right now, these portraits are absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and wow, like wow, Kala does such an amazing job. So that is gonna be it for me today, you guys. I really hope that you guys all enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below, and hey, if you want to become one of my boos, please don't hesitate to subscribe. It's that beautiful little red button down below, and I will see you all in my very next Let's Play. Bye, loves. Mwah.